Hello viewers, welcome back to this channel, and in this video we will talk about a play, about an epic theater play written by German dramatist or playwright Bertolt Brecht, and the play name is The Good Woman of Setzuan, and it was published in 1943. This play has many other translated version of it, though the Good Women of Setzuan is commonly used as its title. Okay, and as I have already told you that this play belongs to an epic theater or epic drama category. Now, what is epic theater or epic drama? Epic theater or epic drama, it is a kind of theatrical movement which uh, it was arising in the uh, early to mid 20th century from the theories and practice of a number of theater practitioners who responded to the political climate of the time through the creation of new political dramas. And epic theater is not meant to refer to the scale or the scope of the work, but rather it uh, it refers to the form that it takes. And epic theater emphasizes the audience perspective and reaction to the piece through a variety of techniques that deliberately cause them to individually engage in a different way. And the purpose of epic theater is not to encourage an audience to suspend their disbelief, rather, to force them to see their world as it is. And this is also called as a non-Aristotelian drama. And this drama does not conform with Aristotelian drama qualities which he has put forwarded in his work Poetics, Aristotle. Okay, and this I have already discussed, but still I would like to say a little bit more. The playwright Bertolt Brecht, he was born on in 10 February 1898 and died on 14 August 1956. And he was a passionate German theater practitioner, playwright, and poet. He is known for his groundbreaking work in epic theater genre. Okay, now let's move on to the summary of the play. But before moving on the summary, let's try to know a little bit about the theme of this play. The the good woman of Setzuan. It raises the question of morality in especially in Western culture by enacting a dilemma of goodness versus survival. Okay, means in a competitive society or in a capitalist society where people are very greedy, where people are so busy with themselves, and where people are only after money or only after materialistic things. And in that society, is good people exist? Okay, and that kind of thing is portrayed in this play by the plot of God and the human beings. Okay, and the main themes of this play are the pursuit of goodness, greed, capitalism, and corruption. and this play also delineates that how some people in this planet, they do not uh, help any people, but they are always busy in their own realm, and though for other people they would like to display their character as a very helpful people, but in reality they are not like that, and these kinds of things are magnificently portrayed through this drama. Okay, now let's dive in into this play. uh, Now we will talk about the summary of the play. Okay, this we have already talked, but still, The Good Woman of Setzuan is a drama, and it is a parable in 10 scenes by Bertolt Brecht, and it was produced in 1943 and published in 1953 as Der Good Mens von Setzuan. This is in another language, but I might have pronounced wrong, and I'm sorry for that. And the title has many English language variants. This I have already told you. And this play is set in China between World War One and World War Two, and the title character is Senti. Okay, Shen and Te, Senti, and Senti is a poor but warm-hearted prostitute, or we can say woman, because she alone was willing to shelter three gods. They have favored her with a gift of money in the play, and she has purchased a tobacco soap. But she has found out that her kinsfolk or her relatives and other customers took advantage of her kindness. Okay, and to save her business, Santi has adopted an alter ego, and she has dressed as a man, and she acted the role of her very tough and pragmatic cousin, Suita, and she is able to exact just payment, and she is forced to assume the role so often that as Suita, she is accused of murdering Santi, and in the climactic trial scene, Suita is revealed that he and Santi are the same person. Okay, now let's try to discuss this thing in broad way. Okay, here. Okay. This I have already talked. Yeah. The play opens with Wang. Wang is a water seller, and he was explaining to the audience in the play that he is on the city outskirts, awaiting the foretold appearance of several important gods. And soon the gods arrive and ask Wang to find them shelter for the night, and they are very tired, having traveled far and wide in search of good people who still live according to the principles that the gods have handed down. Instead, they have found out only greed, evil, dishonesty, and selfishness were everywhere in this planet. No one was following the gods' morality or uh, the gods stipulated things. And the same turns out to be true in the Setzuan too. No one will take them in. No one has the time or means to care for others, and no one except the poor young prostitute Sente. whose pure inherent charity cannot allow her to turn away anyone in need. Sante was going to see a customer but decided to help out instead. However, confusion follows, leaving Wang fleeing from the illustrious ones, the three gods, leaving the water carrying pole behind. Means this story primarily deals with a woman called Sante, and Sante is staying, and we can also say living in a place called Setzuan, and Setzuan is a locality of China, and in that place, all people are always lost in their own realm. No one was ready to help their comrade or their common neighboring folks. So therefore, the three gods have decided to come to that place, Setzuan, to see whether this goodness or the morality or the if someone displays kindness, is that person is treated right or not, for to examine or to judge that kind of quality in the masses of Setzuan. The three gods have decided to visit that place, and uh, in Setzuan, a woman called Sante, only she was there to help these three gods, but no other persons were there to help or to assist these three gods. But gods, though gods visited that place, they were not in the form of God. Rather, they have changed their outfits and they were in another form. But despite that, out of kindness, uh, Sente has helped them. Okay, and Sente is rewarded for her hospitality, as the gods take it as a sure sign of goodness, and they give her money, and she buys a humble tobacco shop which they intend as both gift and test. And now, will Sente be able to maintain her goodness with this newfound means, however slight they may be? And if she succeeds, the gods' confidence in humanity would be restored. Though at first Sante seems to live up to the god's expectations, her generosity quickly turns her small shop into a messy, overcrowded poorhouse which attracts crime and uh, police supervision. In a sense, Sente quickly fails the test as she is forced to introduce the invented cousin Suita as overseer and protector of her interests. Then Santi dons a costume of male clothing, a mask, and a forceful voice to take on the role of Suita. Suita arrives at the shop, coldly explains that his cousin has gone out of town on a short trip, coldly turns on the hangers on, and quickly restores order to the shop. So now, now we have got to know that after God's blessing or reward, she has decided to buy or open a tobacco shop. But as she was women, after some time, the people of that locality have neglected her as a businessman or as a shopkeeper, and in her place, many many people who were connected to crime or like mafia, they have been surrounded that place. And after that, Gradually, that place has sunk into utter chaos, utter disorder, and her business was about to be uh, means ended. Then she has decided to change her personality, and she has transformed herself into a male, or we can say into a man. And when she transformed her personality into a man, then that very place has turned into a very means disciplined place. Okay, then what happens? Let's go on. At first, Suita only appears when Sente is in particularly desperate situation. But as the action of the play develops, Sente becomes unable to keep up with the demands made on her and is overwhelmed by the promises she makes to others. Therefore, she is compelled to call on her cousin's services for longer periods until at last her true persona seems to be consumed by her cousin's severity, where Sente is soft, compassionate, and vulnerable. Suita is unemotional and pragmatic, even vicious. It seems that only Suita is made to survive in the world in which they live. In what seems no time at all, he has built her humble shop into a full scale tobacco factory with many employees. Then Sante also meets an unemployed male pilot, Yang Soon, whom she quickly falls in love with after preventing him from hanging himself. However, Yang Soon doesn't return Sante's feeling but simply uses her for money, and Sante quickly falls pregnant with his child. Eventually, one of the employees hears Sente crying, but when he enters, only Suita is present. The employee demands to know what he has done with Sente, and when he cannot prove where she is, he is taken to court on the charge of having hidden or possibly murdered his cousin. The townspeople also discover a bundle of Sante's clothing under Suita's desk, which makes them even more suspicious. During the process of her trial, the gods appear in the robes of the judges, and Suita says that he will make a confession if the room is cleared except for the judges. When the townspeople have gone, Sante reveals herself to the gods, who are confronted by the dilemma that their seemingly arbitrary divine behavior has caused. They have created impossible circumstances for those who wish to live good lives, yet they refuse to intervene directly to protect their followers from the vulnerability that his goodness engenders. Okay. Now, for being so good, for being so kind, she has to pray. She was paying the price. Means in this planet or in this world, if you are too good, then the society will always try to use you. They will never respect you. And at the end, following a hasty and ironic, though the quite literal, the narrator throws the responsibility of finding a solution to the play's problem onto the soldiers of the audience. It is for the spectator to figure out how a good person can possibly come to a good end in world that in essence is not good. The play relies on the dialectical possibilities of this problem and on the assumption that the spectator will be moved to see that the current structure of society must be changed in order to resolve the problem. So that that's it. So ultimately, the play it delineates and it explains that if you are too good in this world, then you will be always used, you will always be exploited by the opportunist or by the people, one who is intelligent and one who is very smart. So this play does not give us any specific conclusion. So it is now our duty, or it is now on our soldier to find out or to give a conclusion of this play. So means it is a quality of epic theater. Got it? So that's it, and this is just a little bit means perspective by me, and you must read the whole play for conspicuous understanding of the play, and you must read other books related to this genre of play. And thank you so much for watching the video, and this video I have made only for information purpose, and this is not an absolute video for your examination. Okay, and thank you so much for watching the video. Bye bye.